we are going off to Coinbase land to learn about a service that they are offering as that was weird. A wallet as a service offering that allows companies to build their own apps. I know it's been a long week. The exchange says the service could help bring the next 100 million customers into Web3 through seamless wallet onboarding. Zach, I'm going to toss this one off to you. You were at Ethereum. I can't speak English today. You were at ETH Denver, and a lot of people were talking about account abstraction and smart contract wallets over all the days. Tell me about what you make of Coinbase getting into this.
Yeah, we have SaaS, now we have WAS. So first of all, that's pretty cool. Second of all, I think this is important, right? Like a lot of people on the internet are real dummies, right? We lose our password, we request the password, we need help from our trusted intermediaries. And that, I think, has been a major thing has slowed the adoption of actual on-chain crypto, right? Like it's your keys, it's your wallet, you need to take responsibility for that. What they're presenting here, Coinbase in this case, is saying, hey, like through multi-party computation, which I'm going to kick to Will so you can explain the significance of MPC. Through MPC, we can make it so that should you like screw up your seed phrase, we can restore it in a way that is more familiar probably to most people's Web2 experiences, right? So if they're saying, hey, this is wallet technology for the masses, and this is something that we're going to make available to any number of apps in the space, that I think is actually really, really fascinating and could be a major way for Coinbase to sort of further situate itself down the Web3 rabbit hole, right? Like we saw them, embrace NFTs. We've seen them embrace, self-custody wallets. We see them sort of, really sort of walk in the talk when it comes to making the crypto economy more real than you're just having a customer relationship with a crypto exchange, right? So this, I think, is really an interesting development on their end to say, okay, we're launching a wallet as a service, and really, if we're talking about onboarding that next 100 million, whatever billion, you hear it all the time. If we're really talking about this might be a key tool for doing so, and I think that's actually really fascinating that they're taking that push upon themselves. But Will, I'll toss it to you for tech thoughts and other things.
Love that. Yeah, the NPC part of this is interesting. I didn't catch that, so glad you brought it up. And I'm not going to lie, it's a little confusing to see an NPC within this context. I'm sure a reason for it, we should definitely go back to that subject if this comes up once again. NPC normally is used in the context of privacy, especially privacy coins. So Zcash famously had an NPC party where everyone was basically adding entropy or randomness into the Zcash code bank, and then when they did the party itself, they destroyed a lot of the randomness that people had created in order to create the protocol. And by using randomness and then destroying that randomness, you essentially have created some sort of like difficulty or more randomness within the protocol itself, and it makes it more secure or more private. It's a roundabout way of saying like it's a cryptography thing, and we do cryptography things in crypto. As for the wall of the service stuff, that's actually really what I want to get into here. I think this is like a really overlooked part of crypto that's only going to become more important. And Zach, I think you're one of the first people who really brought that up to me, is this wallet as a service idea. The fact that Web3 is going to go through wallets. It's not going to go through your browser necessarily. You're going to use MetaMask or maybe a MetaMask alternative in a more powerful way. And then the bottom line of that, as a business side, these wallets are going to make money. MetaMask made a lot of money. I think 2021 had 200 million in revenue just from swaps, just from people using their wallet actively to trade. And that portion of money, like people are going to go for it, right? Because there's not actually a lot of money in the service side of crypto. As much as like we like to think there is a lot of money in the service side of crypto, there often isn't. It's more about the tokens, it's more about the parties and the events and things. That might be where a lot of the revenue is generated. But these services often are just eking out a few percentage points here and there. And wallets are really a place where users can go, and they often go, and they spend money. And businesses are going to try to accrue that. I think Coinbase is smart for noticing that, going to develop some sort of system, some sort of business around that. So that's really what I saw when I saw this headline pop up this morning. A smart move from Coinbase once again, right after their recent news about launching Base, an L2 protocol on top of Ethereum to bring in more users. I think the combination of Base and this wallet as a service could really be powerful. Jen, I'll throw it over to you though for final thoughts.
Yeah, I saw Zach's hand go up, so I'll take it super quick, and then Zach, I'll give you final thoughts on this. So Coinbase was saying the service could be used by gaming apps where tokens or NFTs are part of the game, or by companies that want to incorporate a wallet into an app. I think that like really enforces this idea that you're going to need your wallet to interact with Web3 apps, and that wallet is going to need to be usable by people, right? People don't write down these like dozens of word phrases and remember them, and it's hard, and then they lose access to their wallet, and then they get turned off on Web3. And so I think that this is super important, and the interoperability piece, being able to use this wallet amongst all of the apps you interact with or all of the sites you interact with, is also super important. I did an interview at ETH Denver with the folks from Soul Wallet, and they were talking about the social recovery piece, right? So another type of smart contract wallet where, pieces of your seed phrase can be allocated to different people in your network, and those people can come together and help you recover that phrase should you lose access to your wallet. I think these types of solutions are so important to this onboarding of the next 100 million or billion users. And so we're going to see a lot of innovation on the wallet side. Zach, off to you for final words.
I wanted to toss it back to you for final words. I just wanted to say that MPC, in addition to what Will said, is also sort of like the gold standard for crypto custody tech, right? So like if you're an MPC shop on the crypto custody side, such as Curve, which was acquired by PayPal, and several others, that was sort of seen as like, oh, okay, your tech shops are up there. So anyway, that was just my quick point that I wanted to toss in. But Jen, I wanted to throw it to you. I think from the sort of on the marketing end and the sort of the consumer acquisition end, is this something that you think dApps are really going to take Coinbase up on? Like, outsourcing some of that tech work to say, okay, like wallet as a service, you help us with this onboarding. It's a way that may be more comfortable to folks. Do you hear that as sort of like a common pain point with a lot of these emerging Web3 startups?
Yeah, so I will tell you, I contribute to Web3 Gaming DAO. We did a survey last year where we talked to like hundreds of developers, and wallets was one thing that was this massive pain point for developers who are developing Web3 games. I think that Coinbase, publicly traded company in the States who's just launched a layer 2, who has proven that they are thinking about the future of Web3 in the same way that a lot of these developers who are developing dApps are thinking, could win this market share, right? They are regulated, they're a well-known name, they are public, which means they need to publish or reveal their finances every quarter. And so, yes, I think that this is a big win for Coinbase. And I think that Coinbase has really shown that they're able to pivot and understand what the industry wants and give the industry what they want. As I was reading the story, I remembered the bull cycle when they were like producing Hollywood films with the Bored Ape Yacht Club, and that went away real quick. And now they're working on solving some real issues. So yes, I do think that people who are building dApps are gonna use this. Zach?
Infrastructure. Wow, we went from movies to infrastructure in a matter of months. Quite striking.